How many times have you wondered or asked a coach what to say to a girl? It's a really common question because when you see someone you're attracted to, uh, rather than just be able to ground out all of these emotions, you launch straight into your head to try to solve the situation. If I said the right thing, that would attract her, that would intrigue her, that you would somehow have success. It's so common. Guys, my name's Sam. I'm one of the Fearless coaches, and this is a Fearless Friday Challenge video. And of course, the topic is what to say to a girl. And I laugh because you already know what to say to a girl. You already know. In fact, I've noticed in my years of coaching that most men know the answers to any question they have. You already know these questions. You have this thing called inner wisdom. You have your own experience. I'm sure some teacher might be able to give you some nuances or might expand your mind in a certain way. But when it comes down to it, you are a man. When it comes to women, you're a man. You have DNA in your body that is hormones too that say, I'm attracted to you. I know what to do. I know what to say. Because at its deepest level, your knowing is more powerful than anything that we can teach. So what do you say to a girl? I was with a client a couple of years ago. We were walking down the streets of San Francisco, and a woman comes around the corner, and she smiles at him and keeps walking. He looks at me and goes, "Did you see that? Her smile hit me like a thunderbolt." And I said, "Well, if you have to go tell her that." And there was a lot of resistance. She ended up getting away, but we ended up chasing her. It's a really great story. And he walks up to her. He finally runs up to her, comes around and tells her what he had told me. She just, her whole body just lit up. She just popped. We call it popping. She popped. She goes, "You ran 2 blocks to tell me that my smile hit you like a thunderbolt?" See, not only was it romantic and courageous and outrageous, and it was so authentic. There was no pulling, there was no manipulating energy, there was no pulling at her. He just said what he needed to say in the moment. On the other hand, we watch other men approach women, and their first question you notice that you have for them is, "So what did you say?" I do it too. What did you say to her? What did you say? There's nothing to do with what you say. You can say anything. It's all about the energy underneath. And where does the energy come from? Energy comes from your impulse, that initial impulse, that little intuitive hit of appreciation of the woman that you see walking in front of you. For example, a man could see a woman dressed in a beautiful flower summer dress, and he'll say, "What do I say to her?" So, "Well, what do you see?" He said, "Well, I just like the way her body moves underneath that dress." And you're asking me what to say to the woman? You see a woman in a hat and she's looking confident and sexy in her hat, and you're asking me, what do you say to her? The formula is so simple. Share what you're thinking and what you're feeling. I remember the first time I took that leap of faith. I saw a woman was walking in front of me, and her ass was just swinging. She just had a slow, sexy ass that was moving back and forth. So I took a chance. I walked up and said, "Excuse me, I feel really nervous saying this, but you have a really sexy ass." And rather than in that moment, I thought, "Oh shit, she's going to slap me. She's going to run away. She's going to judge me. She's going to call me a creep." The opposite happened. She turned around and she showed me her ass, and looking at her ass and looking at me, she goes, "Really? Thank you. No one's ever said that to me before." Women are dying for authenticity. They're dying for you to shed all those things that are blocking you and just talk from your heart, or talk from your stomach, or talk from your balls. So that is your challenge for this week. I want at least once, while you're doing your indirect approaches or whatever else you're practicing, is when you see something and something inspires you, share that with her. Share how you feel. "I feel nervous saying this. I feel shy saying this." But you, I, and you can feel it any part of your body. But she is what she wants is that authenticity, and she wants that sense of I'm not thinking, I'm not planning, I'm not pulling on you, I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm just expressing myself out. So, if you decide to take on this challenge, comment below. Let me know how it went. If you try it, let me know how it went. I think you're going to be so surprised. We just did a big double, 2 week long dating intensive, talked to hundreds of women, all these guys on the streets of LA. And when they started getting personal, sexual, real, the women's reactions got bigger and better and more positive. It makes no sense. You think playing it safe is going to get a better reaction from them, but they're only going to, their energy is reflected in your energy. If you're playing it safe, you're playing it tight, they're going to reflect that back to you. If you can feel your heart and your stomach and your balls and you open up and you say what you have to say, they open up too. Take care. Let me know what happens.